Lord Krishna just stayed silent, and he wasn't provoking. Śiśupāla couldn't provoke him.
Krishna 就在那里保持沉默，他一点也不受到打扰。
Krishna didn't even reply. He didn't reply to any of the accusations made by Śiśupāla.
Śiśupāla 对他的所有指责 ，Krishna 都没有任何的答复。
But the majority of the people in the assembly, the meeting, they were upset.
但是在集会上，大部分人都变得愤怒起来。
Well, there was a very few who were supporters of Śiśupāla, and they were agitated because Śiśupāla was agitated. There was a few people who agreed with Śiśupāla. And they were agitated because they were agitated.
但是有少数的人赞成Śiśupāla，他们也愤怒起来了。
Actually, it's the duty of any respectable person not to hear blasphemy against God.
事实上，任何受到尊重的人，他们都有职责、有义务，不能容忍对神的亵渎。
And we shouldn't hear any blasphemy about this devotee also.
我们也不能聆听对神的奉献者的亵渎。
So some people understood, they thought they couldn't take any action against Śiśupāla. So they just got out, they just left the place in protest and covered their ears.
有的人因为不能采取适当的行动来反对Śiśupāla，便起身离开了会场，以示抗议。他们有的人双手堵着双耳就走了。
Yeah, they used their hands to cover their ears. They didn't want to hear any of this nonsense.
他们用手掩着，堵着耳朵，就不想听到任何的指责话语，那些无聊没有意义的话语。
And when they left, they were condemning Śiśupāla. They said, "This Śiśupāla's a madman."
当他们离开之际呢，他们对Śiśupāla表示了谴责，说Śiśupāla已经疯了。
So it's a Vedic injunction. Whenever there is blasphemy of God or his devotees, one should immediately leave.
根据伟大的信誉，无论在什么时候，当神或是人的奉献者受到亵渎之际呢，人应当立刻离去。
And if he doesn't leave, then he will lose his pious activities. Then he'll be degraded to a lower form of life.
谁若不这样做，便会丧失自己的虔诚活动，便被贬到生命的低等的种族当中。
So all of the kings who were there, they were all from the Kuru dynasty. They're from different dynasties. There was the Kuru dynasty, the Matsya dynasty, Kekaya dynasty, the Srinjaya dynasty. And so most of them were very angry.
在场的君主呢，都隶属于库鲁王朝、马恰王朝、凯开亚王朝和孙扎尔王朝，他们都异常的愤怒。
They took their swords and their shields, and they were going to kill Śiśupāla.
他们立刻拿起了剑和盾牌，想要杀死Śiśupāla。
And Śiśupāla was so stupid, he wasn't even agitated. All the kings were ready to kill him.
Śiśupāla愚笨得很，虽然在场的诸位君主都想杀了他，他仍然没有丝毫的焦虑。
So Śiśupāla didn't think about the good and the bad sides of his foolish talking.
施主报也不理会他这个谈话的愚笨谈话的后果。
He should have stopped when he saw that all the kings were angry and ready to kill him, but he didn't stop. Instead, he stood to fight with them.
他看见诸位君主都感到愤怒的时候，他理应停止下来，但他不但没有停下来，反而拿起剑和盾牌要大战一场。
And Śiśupāla took up his sword and his shield, is ready to fight.
施主炮拿起他的剑还有盾，他准备作战。
But Lord Krishna saw that they were going to fight in the auspicious area of the Rajasuya Yagna. So he personally decides to take action.
当 Krishna 看见他们要在这场吉祥的皇祭的现场采取行动，便 Krishna 亲自采取了行动。
And first thing he did was to pacify all the kings of the Kuru dynasty.
他做的第一件事便是安抚了库鲁王朝的这些君主们。
Then out of Krishna's cosmos mercy, he decided he would kill Śiśupāla himself.
他出于无缘的恩慈，决定亲自杀死施主炮。
So Śiśupāla was abusing all the kings who were about to attack him. So at that time, Lord Krishna picked up his Sudarshan chakra, which is sharp like a razor, and he cut off the head of Śiśupāla.
施主炮呢，正在辱骂那些准备攻击他的君主们，然后 Krishna 便拿起锋利的像剃刀一样的神碟，立刻把施主炮的头割了下来。
So when Śiśupāla's head was cut off, there was a great roar and a howl from all the crowd who were there.
当施主炮的头颅被割下来的时候呢，大会当中的所有的在场的会众们都起立欢呼。
So Krishna killing Śiśupāla created a disturbance. So some of the kings who were supporting Śiśupāla, they decided this was a good time for them to leave. They tried to run away.
是 Krishna 杀死施主炮，这引起了一些骚乱。然后少数支持施主炮的国王就趁机就离开了，逃之夭夭了。
They were afraid they were going to get killed next, so they ran away.
因为他们担心自己就是下一个丧命的人，所以马上就逃跑了。
And Śiśupāla, the soul from the body of Śiśupāla, then it immediately entered into the body of Lord Krishna in the presence of everyone.
施主炮的灵魂呢，就在众人的面前呢，融进了 Krishna 的躯体。
Just like a burning planet falls to the surface of the earth. Just like, you have sometimes you get these stones which come from outer space and they hit the planet Earth.
就好像有的时候来自外太空的流星，然后坠到了地球表面上一样。
So the merging of Śiśupāla's soul merged into the body of Krishna was just like that.
施主炮的灵魂融入到 Krishna 的身体里，就好像来自外太空的流星坠入到地球表面上一样。
Just like Jai and Vijay, who fell to the material world from the Vaikuntha.
就像 Jaya 和 Vijaya 从Vaikuntha无忧星宿堕落下来一样。
they were cursed by the 4 Kumaras.
他们受到库马尔兄弟的诅咒。
And for their return to the Vaikuntha, it was arranged that Jai and Vijay, they would take birth 3 times as demons and be the enemy of Krishna.
为了Jaya 和维扎亚重返百昆塔，就安排他们连续投生3次，成为了主 Krishna 的敌人。
And then at the end of their 3 lives, then they would return to the spiritual world and they would serve again in the service of the Lord in the spiritual world.
在他们投生3次之后他们可以得以重返灵性世界，在那里再次来服务主。
So Śiśupāla was always the enemy of Krishna, but he was always remembering Krishna.
Śiśupāla 虽然是 Krishna 敌人，但却没有一刻不想着 Krishna。
He was always thinking of Krishna, and thus when he got liberated from the material world, he entered into the existence of Krishna.
因为Śiśupāla念念不忘 Krishna， 因此他最后就得到了就是从物质世界的解脱。
Yeah, first he entered into the existence of the Supreme, and then from there, then he entered into his position in the spiritual world, his original position as a doorkeeper.
Doorkeeper. Śiśupāla.
Yes, Śiśupāla. Yeah, he's one of the doorkeepers. He's one of the gate people, the attendants at the door of Vaikuntha.
Śiśupāla 呢，他首先融入到至尊的存在之中，然后最后呢，他得以重新建立他自己的服务的本来地位。他在Vaikuntha，他是一个看门人。
Yeah, the Bhagavad Gita tells us that one who is always thinking of Krishna at the time of death, then he will immediately enter to the kingdom of God.
国家梵歌证实，谁若在临终之际，念念不忘 Krishna， 他死之后离开躯体后，便能立刻进入神的国度。
So after Śiśupāla was liberated, then Maharaj Yudhishthira rewarded all the members present in the assembly.
Śiśupāla 获得救赎之后，Maharaj Yudhishthira 便酬谢了参加这个祭祀的所有的会众。
He satisfied all the desires of the priests and the learned sages for their service in the performance of the Vedic sacrifice.
Yudhishthira 王由于酬谢了执行祭祀的祭师和这些博学的圣者。
And after he had satisfied all of them, then he took his bath. Maharaj Yudhishthira took the ceremonial bath.
在酬谢他们之后 ，Maharaj Yudhishthira 跟着便沐浴一番。
This bath is taken at the end of the sacrifice, so it's a technical thing. It's part of the yajna.
在祭祀之后沐浴，它是在技术上呢，也是被认为是yajna祭祀的一个部分。
Yeah, this bath is called the Avabrita bath.
这种沐浴被称为 Avabrita 沐浴。
So Lord Krishna allows the performer of the Rajasuya Yajna, which was performed by Maharaj Yudhishthira, to be completed successfully.
主 Krishna 就使得由第斯蒂尔王举行的皇祭得以圆满的成功。
So Lord Krishna was requested by all of his relatives and cousins that he should stay in Hastinapur for a few months more.
应亲戚的邀请，主 Krishna 在哈斯提纳布尔，就停留了数月。
Maharaj Yudhisthira and his brothers, they didn't want Lord Krishna to leave Hastinapur.
Maharaj Yudhisthira 和他的兄弟们不希望主 Krishna 离开哈斯提纳布尔城。
And so Krishna arranged to get permission from the king to return to Dwarka.
Krishna 就安排，得到这个国王的允许之后，回到多尔卡城。
He went back with all of his queens and all of his ministers. They all went back together to Dwarka.
他和他的皇后们以及大臣们一起返回多尔卡城。
So this pastime of how Jai and Vijay fell from the spiritual world, from Vaikuntha to the material world, this is described in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Jaya 和维加亚从瓦昆塔被贬到物质世界的故事，在圣典不在瓦坛第7篇当中有详细的叙述。
And the killing of Śiśupāla has a direct link with the pastime of Jai and Vijay.
Śiśupāla 之死和 Jaya 与维加亚的故事有直接的关系。
Yeah, because he had to take 3 births. So the 3rd birth, Śiśupāla was one of the gatekeepers in their 3rd birth.
因为 Jaya 和维加亚要投生3次，因此在他们的第3世，Śiśupāla 就是其中的一位守门人。
And the other brother, he took birth as Dantavakra, and Krishna also killed him.
另外一位守门人是 Dantavakra， 也被 Krishna 所杀。
So the most important instruction we get from this incident is that Krishna is absolute and he can give salvation to everyone.
在这个事件当中，我们得到的重要一个要点是 Krishna 是绝对的，他能给予任何人以解脱。
It doesn't matter if they're his enemy or his friend.
无论是他的敌人还是朋友。
So it's wrong to think that Krishna It's wrong to think that Krishna is a friend to someone and with someone else is an enemy. Krishna is equal to everyone.
认为 Krishna 对某些人友好，而对另外一些人是敌对的，这种想法是不对的。Krishna 对所有人都是一视同仁的。
There's no material distinction.
这并没有物质的分别。
So Krishna's friend, Krishna's enemy, they're all on the absolute platform.
Krishna 的朋友和敌人都在绝对的层面上。
So Maharaj Yudhisthira took his bath at the end of the sacrifice.
在祭祀尾声之际 ，Maharaj Yudhisthira 沐浴。
So then he stood in the middle of all the great sages and brahmanas.
他站在众多博学的圣者和婆罗门中间。
Mani, are you there?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Did you hear that sentence?
No.
And my voice is breaking?
Just now we cannot hear you. what you have said.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you.
Okay. And so Maharaj Yudhisthira looked like the king of heaven. He looked very beautiful.
Maharaj Yudhisthira 王看上去就像天地英俊，美丽异常。
So Maharaj Yudhisthira rewarded all the demigods who took part in the yajna.
Yudhisthira 王也重重的酬谢了参加祭祀的半神人们。
And they were all satisfied, and they left, and they were praising the king's activities, and that they were also glorifying Lord Krishna.
所有半神人都心满意足的离去了，他们还不断的赞颂着国王的活动和主 Krishna 的光荣。
So when Sukadeva Goswami told this pastime about Krishna killing Śiśupāla and describing the performance of the Rajasuya Yajna by Maharaj Yudhisthira, at that time Sukadeva Goswami also pointed out that after the end of the yajna, only one person was unhappy.
Sukadeva Goswami 在阐述Śiśupāla 之死的时候，并且阐述 Yudhisthira 王的皇祭得以顺利举行的事迹的时候，他说，在这场祭祀结束的时候呢，只有一个人闷闷不乐。
So that one person was Duryodhana, the son of Dhritarashtra.
这个人呢，就是Dhritarashtra 的儿子 Duryodhana。
So Duryodhana was very envious because he performed a lot of sinful activities. So he was always envious of Krishna.
因为 Duryodhana 呢，罪恶累累，因此他本性嫉妒。
And it says here he appeared in the family of the Kurus, just like a horrible disease can destroy the whole family. So Duryodhana was like a horrible disease which appeared in the Kuru dynasty.
就好像一场可怕的疾病会拖垮一个人的身体一样，Duryodhana 他就像这个疾病一样，它出现在库鲁王朝。
So Sukadeva Goswami told Maharaj Parikshit that these pastimes of Lord Krishna, killing Śiśupāla and Jarasandha, and freeing all the kings who were in prison, that these are all transcendental vibrations.
Sukadeva Goswami 向 Parikshit 王保证说，主 Krishna 的逍遥，包括杀死Śiśupāla和 Jarasandha， 释放被囚禁的君主，全都是超然的音震。
So anybody who hears these narrations from the right person, from an authorized person, will immediately get free from the reactions of sinful activities of this life.
谁若从权威处听闻了这些事迹，便可立刻从罪恶活动的反应当中，从这一生的罪恶活动的反应中解脱出来。
All right, so we'll stop here today. That's the end of this pastime, where the deliverance of Śiśupāla. Next we can go on to chapter 75. Duryodhana. What is it? Duryodhana insulted.
那今天晚上我们就结束了，就是这一章Śiśupāla获得救赎。下一次我们将会聆听到Duryodhana受到羞辱。
Are there any questions?
Yes, there is a question from HA. 顶拜 Guru， 一个人怀着敌意想着 Krishna 也能回到灵性世界吗？I bow down to Guru. If one think about Krishna in the mood of an enemy, whether or not can he also return back to the spiritual world?
Not all enemies go back to the spiritual world.
不是所有的敌人都能回到灵性世界。
Śiśupāla was a very special enemy. He had come from the spiritual world just to be Krishna's enemy, to fight with Krishna.
Śiśupāla 是一个特别的敌人，他是来自灵性世界的，就是来做 Krishna 的敌人的，来跟 Krishna 来作战。
Yeah, we said he was a gatekeeper in the spiritual world, but he got cursed to take birth as a demon for 3 births.
他是灵性世界的守门人，然后他遭到了诅咒，要在物质世界投生三次。
So when Krishna fights, he fights with very special demons. He doesn't fight with any ordinary demon.
所以当 Krishna 要打架的时候，他是和特殊的敌人来打架，他不会和普通的恶魔们来作战。
Okay.
He had a second question, but Yogita Radha Devidas said that they have 2 questions. She had 2 questions.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and you, Gurudeva. Gurudev, I want to ask, how is it that one of them, Ajay and Vijay, they entered, Śiśupāla's soul entered into Lord Krishna and then went up? Is it because some more purification was required? Hello? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, can you? I didn't catch your word. Can you repeat?
Yes, Mataji. I was asking if the reason for Śiśupāla when he left the body, he was either Jay or Vijay. So is it because he was yet there's a little impurity, that is why he had to enter the Lord's body before he went up to the spiritual world?
Oh, okay.
Is it something like that?
就是Yogita Radha Devidas的问题是，当Śiśupāla他本来是灵性世界看门人，当他离开就是被杀死了离开躯体的时候呢，他不得不先进入 Krishna 的躯体，再回到灵性世界，是不是要他首先得到一点净化呢？
Well, I've never heard that from anybody. No acharyas ever say that.
Okay.
这我从来没听说过，没有Acharya 们没有这么说。
Because I was wondering, Gurudev, devotees always want to serve the Lord, so they never enter into the Lord. But here it seems he entered the body first, and then he went up. So I was wondering, is there a reason like purification that he entered? But okay, maybe nothing at all, just entered.
Well, maybe he just entered into the effulgence of the Lord. Not that he entered actually into the body, but he entered into the effulgence of the Lord. He entered into the Brahmajyoti, then from the Brahmajyoti, then he went back to Godhead.
Okay, good. Understood. Thank you. Mataji, you want to translate?
Śiśupāla 他是进入到泛光当中，他是进入到这个光灿中，他没有进入到 Krishna 的身体里，然后他从泛光他才晋升到 灵性世界的。
Okay.
Yes, Gurudev. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm forgetting my second question. It's suddenly out of my head. Oh, very sorry. Please continue.
Okay. Guru Mani, there's another
Yes.
question.
第二个问题是，仍然是这个 HA 的问题，我们能否怀着牧牛姑娘的心绪和情感，想着 Krishna， 把 Krishna 当作情人呢？具体可以如何做来维系这样的关系呢？She's asking, can we remember Krishna in the mood of gopis and regard Krishna as lover? And what can we do to maintain such kind of relationship?
Well, you have to become very pure devotee. We have to give up all material desires and become completely surrendered to Krishna.
那你必须得变成特别纯洁的奉献者，放弃一切物质的欲望，完全臣服归于 Krishna。
You have to be ready to take on the mood of the gopis, to serve in a village in Vrindavan, become a cowherd girl.
那你得准备好以牧牛姑娘的心绪来服 Krishna。那在本大文的村庄投生为牧牛女、牧牛姑娘。
Okay, any other questions?
Yes. Yovati Sati also had a question.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, and dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Gurudev, if we have a sore throat, can we whisper japa for a day or two? Is it possible?
就是我们嗓子疼，能不能You mean you don't chant for 1 or 2 days and after that
Yes,
you chant?
yes. If we cannot chant loud.
OK， 我们嗓子疼，我们这2天不念，然后等第3天再念。
No, not allowed. You must chant. Even you have a sore tongue, you have to chant silently. You have to chant. You have to hold your beads and chant in your mind. Chant very softly.
Okay.
不可以不念，你不能大声的念诵，高声念诵，但你可以在心意里默念，在心意里柔和的念诵，也必须得用念珠柔和的念，在心意里念。
If for some reason not able to chant one day, then you have to chant 32 rounds the next day.
如果你这一天不能念诵，你下一天要念32圈。
Or if you've missed chanting for 2 days, then you have to chant 48 rounds.
或者是有2天没有念诵，那么第3天你就得念48圈。
So it's better to chant every day.
所以最好还是每天都要念。
Even if your throat is sore, you just try to chant softly.
即便你嗓子疼，你也可以就是这样，就是以上述的方式念诵。
Okay.
Yes, Gurudev. Thank you so much.
这有个问题是 Shamasaki 的说，顶拜固若和所有奉献者扎亚和伪扎亚3次投生为恶魔后回归灵性世界，那卡利年代的扎干和妈代不是也是扎亚和伪扎亚的吗？他bow down to Guru and all devotees, and Jaya and Vijaya took birth as demons for 3 births and then returned to the spiritual world. Then what about Jaga and Mada in the Kali Yoga?
Well, they came to take part in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes.
他们是专门 来参加主柴丹尼消时光的。
And they played the part of demons for a short time. Then they became devotees, and then they were very pure devotees.
他们扮演着恶魔的角色，只是短时间内，扮演这个恶魔角色之后，他们成为了非常纯粹的奉献者。No more questions.
Okay.
I have a question. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Yes,
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, I have a question regarding Jada Bharat pastime. This is the part when Bharat Maharaj, he went to the forest, he retired, and then he met the deer. The deer was dying, the baby deer, and he had to save the baby deer. And due to this, he eventually developed attachment and all that. So I just wanted to know, ideally, what should have Bharat Maharaj done when he saw that the deer was in trouble, the baby deer? What should he have ideally have done? Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
他的问题是有关于 Jada Bharat 的故事。Bharat Maharaj 他退隐到森林当中，后来他见到一头小鹿掉到湍急的河水里，之后他救起了小鹿，就对小鹿产生了依附之情。那么我的问题是，就是这个 Bharat 王他理想上应该是什么样的做法对待这头小鹿？
Well, he saved its life, and then as soon as it's able to take care of itself, as quick as he can, he should let it take care of itself. He shouldn't become so involved with it. He should leave it to fend for itself.
他应该理想上就是把这头小鹿救了它之后呢，他就尽可能的让这个小鹿能够自己照顾自己的生活，能够自己保护自己，而不要过多的涉及到这个小鹿的生活当中，让它自己独立生活。
He got so involved with it that it interfered with his whole sadhana. The deer became the center of his sadhana.
最后呢，这头小鹿就干扰了他的规范修行 sadhana， 变成了他的 sadhana 的中心，规范修行的中心了，焦点。
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
这还有一个问题，one more questions。
谁的问题？
是玄心平，他说顶拜Guru和所有奉献Guru对我托币了有什么要求吗
？Well, you should be recommended by someone.
你应该得到别人的推荐，也有推荐人。
Somebody who knows you, that they can say that you're a serious devotee and that you're qualified to take shelter.
他们了解你的，了解您本人，他们推荐您说您是一个认真的奉献者，非有资格。不是 good day 什么意思
？What is that? What's wrong? 有什么问题？
玄心平马拉吉，您什么意思？
什么message?
She didn't say it very clearly. I don't know what.
Who was it? Which message?
It's the day before yesterday. There is a Mataji, and Radhapriya Mataji seems like already recommended. Oh, she's asking how many rounds should she chant?
Well, you have to be chanting 16 rounds.
您要念诵16圈。
Yeah, if you want to take shelter, you should be chanting 16 rounds.
您托庇的话就要念16圈。
Okay.
Vaishnavi had a question.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. My question is Dantavakra killing is also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam?
Yeah, very briefly.
Okay.
It's there. It's in the Krishna book. It's in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. It comes where the killing of Ramaharshan is. I think it's in that chapter.
Okay, we will be studying it later.
Yeah.
Okay, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to stop here now. Thank you very much, Guru Mani. Thank all the devotees. So may everyone have a nice Damodar month, and we'll hope to meet you next week. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai.